All right, again, thank you for coming out. Really proud of the way our team came out. We did not take these guys lightly. Give Richmond a lot of credit. It's a winning program. They have a very good coaching staff. Those guys play extremely hard. They have some good players. It was really about us and our execution and our discipline. And we started fast on defense. We didn't start as fast on offense, but we were able to get going. We have a lot of players that can make plays, offense, defense, and special teams. We just have to continue to get better, learn from our mistakes, build on the things that we did well, and remain focused. We got to get some guys back healthy because we need everyone. We're not going to have a 24-hour rule right now. I told those guys, and they all agree. We get the celebration over in the locker room. Once you leave the locker room, Washington's on the clock. I'll open up for any questions.
I was wondering what you thought of Noah's performance. The 2-3 and outs for the offense overall, like you said, didn't start as fast, but he obviously was sharp overall. I think 15 straight completions to end the game, and just kind of settling into the role he has now. Yeah,
outside of that, the slow start, which is not all on him. It's all of us. Obviously, he's a good player, right? He's got some talent. He can do a lot of things. Saw his ability to run the ball today, and he throws a really nice ball. He stands in the pocket. He's accurate. And he's got a strong arm, and he's going to throw the ball to the open man. We have, I don't know how many different guys caught balls today, but he can read a defense and he can get the ball to the open man, and he's a good leader, and he's a team guy. He doesn't make excuses, and that's what you need at that position.
Mel, I'm wondering about Richmond's drive at the end of the first half. There was the missed tackles on the QB escape, the fake punt, and then I think the hold on Brantley that kept that drive alive. And those are the kind of penalties I think that you were kind of pointing to coming into this game. How have you guys tried to address them, both this weekend and after the game?
Yeah, we'll look at the film and we'll get them addressed. We'll get them cleaned up. I think we got them stopped there at the end. I think they missed the field goal, and so we got them stopped. And obviously, those things we need to clean up.
Mel, over here, a lot of your guys obviously know what's in store with a little bit with Washington. The guys who played last year, there are a lot of new guys as well. I'm wondering what you have seen in these 2 weeks, and specifically today, that gives you hope that your guys are ready for what's ahead this next week and the weeks that follow.
Hope? What do you mean? What type of hope are you talking about?
Or what gives you confidence that your team is ready for?
That we can win the game?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see, right, if we can win the game or not. But we're going to be prepared. Like I said, like I keep saying, we've got some good players on offense, defense, and special teams. Okay, and we have the potential to get better. We're not as good as we can be yet. They're very well coached. They've got some good players, and we're going to prepare like crazy for the opportunity. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough game, but we're going to show up.
Mel, Tyneil Hopper obviously had his first catch as a Spartan and his first touchdown as a Spartan. How important do you think that is for his confidence going forward, and do you look to get him involved anymore in the offense going forward as well? Yeah,
Hop Daddy's he's a good player. He does a good job blocking. He's got soft hands. That's why he's here. We wanted to add to that tight end room, and so he had an opportunity, and he did his job. And it was a really good play call. It's a good touch. Soft hands looking in, and he scored. And so, again, he's another guy that can make plays for us in the passing game as a receiving threat. He's also has worked very hard to be a productive blocker for us in the run game.
Mel, you came into the season and looked like your D-line could be a strength. I'm just wondering through these first 2 weeks what you thought about that group. The opponents sort of are what they are, but what have you seen up front?
Yeah, Dyron Reynolds is doing a really good job with those guys up front. They understand that you have to stop the run to earn the right to rush the passer, and they're all bought in on that. And as you can see, we can send we can get 4 guys out and 4 guys in and roll guys through and keep them fresh right now. So we got to stay healthy. But I like, the way they're playing right now. They're trending up, and they understand they have to do their job first, and then they can help out somewhere else. And so we need to be able to, stout against the run, so we can create some 3rd and long, so we can get into some of our stuff, so we can get off the field on 3rd down.
Mel, the dropped interception and then 2 fumbles probably cost you a shutout. How important is ball security next week, and can you win if you're sloppy in that area?
Ball security is job security.
Obviously, Nathan had another decent, solid game, 3 touchdowns, but I was wondering about the depth behind him. We saw Jalen leave with a leg injury. Jaron didn't play again. Any update on those guys, or Jacoby, or?
I don't have an update yet. I haven't talked to Rod, so I don't have anything for you right now.
What do you think about Nathan's performance overall? Being obviously the lead guy today and carrying the workload.
I thought he had a strong performance today, and I thought he was productive, and that is consistent with what we've seen from him since he's been here.
Kind of along those lines, you kept him into the 4th quarter with those injuries with Mangum and Berger. Is Nathan the kind of guy that can go the distance, a full 4-quarter game? I mean, I know you guys like to roll guys in and out, but is that something that you are concerned about to try and keep him fresh?
Yeah, we don't want to leave it up to just one guy, but he's in superior condition. He's very serious about his training and how he takes care of his body. What he does in the weight room and things like that. But we need obviously more than one back, if we expect to get anything done this season.
Coach, freshmen normally don't play a ton of time like Jordan Hall does at linebacker. What is it that you see in him that he's earned that much playing time?
Yeah, well, he's a good young player. He got here in January, so he went through the winter conditioning program with us, and then which was about 8 weeks, and then he went through 15 spring practices, and he did a really good job. And then he was here the entire summer, and so he knows the defense, and he's been playing on special teams, and he's a guy that we feel comfortable going in the game because he knows what to do, and he's physically capable of making the plays that we need him to make when he's out there.
I saw a lot of guys on the O-line today. Was that about just getting guys reps? Was it about wanting to see other guys play better? Both? Somewhere in the why do we see so many guys up front today?
Well, we have depth on the offensive line. We still have competition, every day in practice. We're going to play the best players, and when we talk, before the game about who's going to start and who's the next man up, and so any of those guys that we talk about in the staff meeting before the game that say that they could play, I'm comfortable with those guys playing. If those guys are not brought up in that conversation, the staff meeting, I don't expect to see those guys on the field. But anybody that Coach Cap says that these guys are could play, then it's up to him, and I'm comfortable in his decisions to roll those guys in and out.
Without seeing the film, just what were your initial impressions of that group as a whole? With, again, a lot of guys that we saw in there.
Yeah, I thought that they played hard, and they were gaining some confidence as the game went on, but I need to see more film because, like in the running game, sometimes it's not the line. Sometimes it is a line. Sometimes, like today, we didn't get into we didn't spot the right linebacker. And then we ran a play, and then we couldn't block. We didn't have the numbers to block the front that they had, and it was a tackle for loss. It was just impossible to block because we called the wrong spot, or it's the tight end, or it's the receiver, or the back doesn't hit the hole. So I really have to watch the film. But I thought we were starting to open some holes and get get better pad level and get some push in there. And we played, a lot of guys. And so that's good. That's a good sign for us because, 2 years ago we were able to play a lot of guys, and then so it kept the competition high in practice in terms of the preparation. It allowed us to be able to keep guys fresh so that we could be strong in the fourth quarter. And as you know, if you're going to be any good, you got to win some close games, and those games are going to go down to the fourth quarter.
Anything else, guys? All right, final one.
Coach, Antonio Gates Jr. had his first touchdown as a Spartan today. How excited are you about his development, and what do you think he's going to be adding to the wide receiver room going forward?
Yeah, last week he did a really good job blocking, and the ball just really never made it to him. He drew a pass interference call on a double move, but he's also a guy who's grown tremendously since his freshman year, and he can make plays. He's a really good football player. He's got good hands. He's got good speed. He's tough, and he, Glove, and Tyrell, they all came in the same class, and all three of those guys are really good players. And so I think, his best football is ahead of him. And as you can see, when he came off the sideline, his teammates were really happy for him because he has worked really hard to get these opportunities to play.